We find ourselves outside of the entrance to Dungeon 4, and we are ready to rock and roll. My plan, before I start looking for Dungeon 5, well, I guess we'll do it at the same time, but I'm planning to grind, get my rupees up, so that I can be prepared for whatever awaits me in Dungeon 5. What's good, YouTube? I'm Louis Gusto. Welcome back to a playthrough of the second quest of The Legend of Zelda for the Nintendo Entertainment System. We are playing courtesy of the Nintendo Switch Online service, controlling Link with the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, not the Joy-Cons, none of that nonsense. We're pros, so we use a Pro controller. I wonder if the P-Hats will give me anything good. Let's see. Let's take care of Zola first. But so far, I would say it has been a very good playthrough. To be honest, I put the second quest off for a long time. If you look back at the history of this channel, I did my first quest playthrough really toward the beginning. It was one of the first games I completed, and that was back when I was doing, you know, basically all-in-one playthrough. So if a game took me 6 hours, I would put the whole 6 hours up as one episode before I kind of realized I think I need to break it up into episodes because I'm not really getting the retention that I think I should be getting. Let's see if there's anything under these bushes. I'll try the next one just to be safe, and then I'll mark them with an X if there's nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. So let me just mark that real quick. As a reminder, I do have a map of the overworld here in front of me. So I've got, you know, all the dungeon entrances that I found so far labeled. I've got a graphing paper notebook where I am making custom maps of all the dungeons. Could have sworn that there was something in one of these bushes, but I guess I could be remembering wrong. Let's try this one. I'm going to try one more time, and then I'll mark those with an X as well. Unless it's on the side somewhere. It's easier to do this once you have the red candle, but I'm just going to kind of X out those bushes. But yeah, like I said, I felt like I put this one off, and I think a reason for that was I was really intimidated by the second quest. I mean, back in college, I know I do have some experience with it because I did remember the fact that you could walk through dungeon walls once in a while. I remembered that there were blue bubbles and red bubbles in the dungeons. I remembered just certain things here and there. And then, of course, when I was a really little kid, you know, once in a while at a friend's house, you would enter Zelda as the name, and then, you know, and then try running around. But nothing like what I'm doing at the moment. This is the first time that I'm truly trying to beat the second quest methodically. And as a result, I knew I had to be prepared. Now, I wonder if we blow the flute here. Okay, there's nothing there. I don't think I'm gonna put a little X because we tried it. But you know, you just have to keep trying stuff in this game. You never know what you could reveal. And in the last dungeon, we ran into an old man that was basically like, yo, leave your money or your life. And I have a feeling, call me crazy, but I have a feeling that's not going to be the last time we see that type of old man. So, in preparation for that, I'm like, let me build up my rupees at least to like 150. Matter of fact, I probably should also buy a life potion while I'm at it. And if I'm not mistaken, wait a second, I can get the magic sword now, can't I? I've got 8. All right, so you know what? We got a lot to do before we head into Dungeon 5, wherever that might be. I'm assuming it's gonna be either in one of the two screens that we can access, and I hate calling them screens, right? The tracts of land, the little islands that are only accessible via raft. Of course, we need the ladder to get that heart container there. And as far as I know, you wouldn't be able to bomb out one of these walls. I think you can only do that when you've got a horizontally oriented group of rocks. All right, so let's go ahead and take the raft and see what we find over yonder. Sweet. Take anyone you want. So it's the same as the first quest. Of course, we will take the heart, and I think that pretty much seals the deal, right? We are going to be able to get the magic sword, so we can just kind of make our way over there. Slowly but surely. But yeah, the whole leave your money or your life, I'm like, damn. I could have... It allowed me the chance to escape the room, but can you imagine if you walked through a wall and it was a one-way, and the only, you know, you had to leave a heart because you didn't have enough rupees? Like, I don't want to deal with that potential. So, we're going to go ahead and do our best to avoid it. Now, I do have my pour-over coffee with me. It's been a pretty eventful day here in New York City. For me, at least. It's been busy. I may have mentioned this in the playthrough before. I can't even remember, but I actually... Now, how do I get over there? Oh, I have to warp, right? Basically, yeah. So we'll try to warp now to one of these spots. But, about 2.5 weeks now, a little weight plate fell on my toe in the gym, and I bruised it pretty badly. So that kind of put me out of commission for a few days. But thankfully this week I've been back in the gym. I went Monday and then I went today, and I got in my first leg workout since getting injured. So I'm pretty hype about that. And then after my leg workout, I had to go to the post office because I sold a couple of items on eBay. So we did that. Before that, though, I had to stop at a Target to get my some shipping tape. I completely ran out. I sell things on eBay from time to time. I'm not like a reseller or anything like that, but because I've been a YouTuber for quite a few years now with other channels, not just this channel, but I have equipment. I have videography equipment, photography stuff, and what I do is when I've kind of run the course of something, when something that I own has run its course of usefulness, I'll go ahead and sell it on eBay, and then I'll sell other random things, old electronics and whatnot. Did I try to bomb out these walls yet? I don't have it marked on my map, so let's just try it, and then I'll mark it after that. Nothing. Okay, let me mark that real quick. And then I don't know if I should blow the recorder as well. Nothing. Okay. But yeah, in any case, wait, am I going the wrong? I'm going the wrong way. I need to go to the east. So yeah, so I went to the post office, and then after the post office, I had to make a couple of stops to grocery stores. I went to Wegmans and I went to Trader Joe's just to pick up a few things for dinner for the next couple days, and my lunch as well. Oh crap. You son of a snitch. And then once I had all my food and I had run all my errands in Manhattan, then I hopped back on the subway to get back to Brooklyn, and I guess somebody had needed medical attention on my train somewhere in one of the cars. And so we were delayed, and then they were going to take the train out of service. Oh, snap, son, we found something. While I was talking your heads off about New York. Ah, it's a stupid store. Oh, what a waste. So whack. All right, where are we on the map? Because I need to... All right, well... I'm pretty sure... Wait, where are we? We're like right here. Okay. So just a little stupid store. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Anyway, we gotta go. But anyway, yeah, someone had requested medical attention. So we all had to get off the train. It was at 3rd Avenue. And then another train came. So I got home maybe, you know, 20 minutes later than I had hoped. So not a huge deal, but when you have a backpack full of groceries, it can be slightly inconvenient. But anyway, we got home. I can move that again just for funsies. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it. 1, 2. Oh no, I don't have enough. How many do I need? So you need 5 for the white sword. I thought it was like 8 for the magic sword. Oh, it must be 12 then? Yeah, it must be 12. Oh man. All right, well, at least we earned some rupees on the way. Damn, that was a big letdown. So we're gonna keep going. So then, I'm assuming Dungeon 5 is where Dungeon 4 is in the first quest, right? It has to be that case. Got some more bombs, courtesy of the Lionel. And wait for the P-hats to slow down, because they actually drop stuff. Which is good. Nothing there. Oh, wait, one more time. It's a cool enemy. It's one of the only enemies in the game that doesn't, at least on the surface, look like something common, right? That like so many enemies in the game. I mean, with the exception of the boss, well, some of the bosses, but a lot of the enemies look like something else. They look like bulldogs, or they look like ogres, or they look like snakes, mummies, skeletons. But and the Lionels look like centaurs. But the P-hats, they got their own little look to them. So anyway, once I got home from all of that, I showered from the gym, made my protein smoothie, and then, oh sweet, we got a fairy. Now I get that. I could have sworn I already bombed these. No, I actually don't. I didn't, because I didn't mark it. I'm gonna try it anyway. Okay. So nothing in these 2 rocks. I'm gonna mark those both with X's. Just so I know. But you never know, right? Something could be up here. So why don't we try these? Nothing. 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 I called it. Nothing. And then one more for good measure. Okay. So really nothing here in any of these. I'm just gonna make a long X. And then just for the fun of it, why don't I blow the whistle and see if that does anything? Nothing. Okay. All right, so let's move on. Got to 100 rupees. We definitely want to at least double that, because I'm going to have to buy a potion. But yeah, I made my protein smoothie, and then I made my coffee and sat down to play Legend of Zelda second quest. Beautiful. So this is just the potion again, right? Let's see. It is. But you know what? Since I have the money and I wanted it anyway, I'm just gonna grab it. Just get it out the way, you know? Okay. Not that it's hard to find. I mean, sheesh. You literally have these everywhere. I have found so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? 6. I found 6 spots so far where you can get potion on the map. So, yeah. Beautiful, huh? Let's keep exploring. It's good that I, you know, tried to bomb all these rocks. This way I have an idea that, you know, obviously Dungeon 9 is not going to be there in the second quest, but yeah, I was talking about that. I think I was intimidated by the second quest for a long time. You know, the first quest, it's not super difficult, but it's also, you know, it is also a challenge. Did I try this one? I don't know that I did. I have 1 bomb left, so why don't I try it and see if there's anything? There is something. Beautiful. Okay. What's in here? Let's play money-making game. Okay. Should I do it? You know what? I only have 34, so let's do it. Beautiful. Well, I said Link was cut off, and unfortunately, I tried my luck again, and I lost it all. See, this is why I shouldn't bet on sports games, and I don't, because I'd rather make my own luck. But yeah, so, you know, going back to playing the second quest, having the overworld map just helps immensely. Now, maybe back in the day, you know, when this game first was out and kids were trying to beat it, maybe, you know, you had to make your own overworld map, but nobody's got time for that now. If it's available to print, then I'm gonna do that. And then for me, the challenge is making my dungeon maps, which I practiced with Dungeon 9 the other day, just completing a playthrough of the first quest once again to kind of warm myself up for this one. And I think we're gonna head, let's see if these Linos give me any more bombs. They become a lot easier to deal with once you have the blue ring and the white sword. Now, did I try... Not that I have anything to use here, but I know I found the letter nearby. But I don't think I tried to bomb out any of these walls or do anything on this part of the overworld at all. So maybe we can try that once I defeat the Linos. Oh, dang, there's still 3 left. Nothing? Damn. Stingy mofos, huh? So let's try to blow the whistle here. Maybe there's trees, you know, you never know. Okay, nothing. Nothing doing. And I don't have bombs right now. So we'll just have to come back here one of these days. So also the Stalfos shoot swords in this quest. It makes them a little bit tougher. The ropes, which are the snakes in the dungeons, those get tougher too. But, you know, I mean, if you want to call yourself a true retro gamer, you can't hide from challenge. You just can't. And I just wanted to warm up before I started the second quest. I wanted to have my map and my graphing notebook, and now I do. So here's where we found that. Let's see if there's anything to be found on this side. You never know. Let's see. Just gotta defeat these guys first so they don't take me out. Got him. Ooh, and I got some bombs. Okay. And 5 rupees. So I'm gonna start pushing on these. Push, push. Okay, I'm not feeling very optimistic now. One more. Nope. Nothing. Okay. What if I blow the whistle here? Try that. Okay, nothing. And since I have them, I will try the bombs. Nothing. 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 Ooh, I found something. I'm not playing. No. Another money-making game. Alright, well, at least we know that Dungeon 8 and 9 are not there. Okay, so I think what I want to do now is head to the graveyard. I almost said casino again. I love using the boomerang against these guys. The moblins too. Okay. Oh, I missed my opportunity. It's all good. We're gonna head back over here. Did I try this one? Nothing. Okay. I know that the old man was like, if you go in the direction of the arrow. So, yeah, I don't know about that one. There's one arrow, which is where we get the magic sword. Maybe that's what the hint refers to. The direction of the arrow is where you find the magic sword. I don't know. So I'm trying to figure... Oh yeah, I wanted to go to the graveyard next. We'll go over there. Because there are 3 areas of the graveyard that I have not explored yet. We also got a bomb upgrade last time in the dungeon. And I want to be ready for another one of those, potentially. So that's why we're doing all this. We got one of the goals out of the way, which was to buy a potion. Hopefully we don't have to use it for a long time, but seeing how Dungeon 4 went, Dungeon 4 was kind of insane, man. And it was only the 4th one. So got a fairy there, and I mean, the good thing about exploring is that you're only gonna have potentially 1 entrance per area. So once you see it, once you find one, there's not gonna be a second one. Blue Lionel. Oh, I thought I had him with the oh well. Let me see if I can get a heart from the pea hat. But yeah, well, I mean, we've taken care of 4 of the dungeons so far. We still have quite a while to go. We're not even halfway done with the dungeons. So, oh, I wonder how many hits he takes with the white sword. Let's try this middle section. Wait a second. Why won't that move? Why won't that move? Okay, we got some stuff, but I'm wondering why this is not moving. If I have the power bracelet, I mean, I know this is where the magic sword is in the first quest, but did they just not update it? Okay, that's all the bottom row. I guess I can put like a dotted X, that it's tentatively inaccessible, but do I maybe have to blow the whistle here? You never know. Let's try it. Okay, nothing. Yeah, I'm trying to move it and I'm physically unable to move the tombstone. So what I'm gonna do is kind of just write a like a dotted X to kind of. I'm not 100% sure that I'm, you know, maybe I can move this when I have all the Triforce pieces. I don't know. I just don't know. So let's move on to the next one. Got 2 more to explore. Hit the ghost genie a couple times. 3. Okay, let's try the top row. And keep an eye on the lead guy. Whoops. Oh, there it is. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Beautiful. All right. Another heart container. Oh, that's amazing. That is so amazing. That is so amazing, dude. So happy I did that. Okay, no heart, but at least we got some rupees. Yo. Okay, I'm gonna mark the heart on that specific gravestone so that I know that it's there. And that you don't need a power bracelet for. So we have one more to check, one more part of the graveyard. And we're gonna, oh, right. I gotta hit him a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then keep an eye on where he is. Oops. Whoops. Alright, I got the clock so I can't remember which ones I've tried. So we'll try this whole left side, nothing, nothing, nothing. I might have hit the limit, so but we'll try these bottom 2 again. No, and no. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a big ol' X there. Now, I don't know, but I don't feel like I can trust that there's only one thing to find in the graveyard in the second quest. Maybe that's the case. Oh! Oh! Oh, snap! I just found Dungeon 6 by blowing the whistle randomly in the graveyard. Wow, son! Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I better get rid of that. That's big ol' X that I just put on the map. I wrote a bit. Funny enough, I wrote a much bigger X than normal. And you know, I don't even think I tried blowing the whistle in the other sections. So that's actually kind of ill how that worked out. I think because I was talking to my girlfriend about the playthrough, and I was showing her an earlier episode where I was blowing the whistle in the desert and just explaining to her how, like, you can only really do that in the second quest. And so today I was thinking about that when I started it up. So I'm like, let me try it. So that's what's up. Now that makes me want to blow the whistle in the other sections and see if there's anything else. No. So I can keep the X there. Nothing. So I can keep that X. I'll try again here. Nothing there either. Okay. That is quite lovely. And see, that is why you make yourself a map. Ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why I tried again. But, yeah. Wow. Even though we have a long way to go, I am feeling very good about how this one's going. Very, very good. It is going well, and we're getting good rupees too. So why don't I'm gonna farm a little bit more rupees, and then I will cut to when I'm done. Alright, so I think I found a better way to farm here. Keep him still, and then I don't have any shot at losing him in the crowd. So we've gotten up to almost 150. I think I could do a couple more times and I'll cut again. Alright, I got myself up to 160 rupees. And before I get too bored doing the same thing, I could keep going. And if I really want to, I'll come back and farm some more. But I actually want to keep exploring. And I'm glad I found 2 things in the graveyard. I just had a feeling. I'm like, it just doesn't feel right that only 1 thing is to be found in the graveyard in the second quest. Right? It just didn't feel natural. So I'm really glad that we were able to find the entrance to Dungeon 6. Of course, we're not going to go there just yet. We're going to do 5 first, but now at least we don't have to keep looking. And we can keep exploring. Now we know that we can try blowing the whistle in more areas than just the desert. So we're going to keep doing that. Keep building up enough rupees. I want to buy meat again. I don't think it's gonna come into play in the next dungeon, so I might not get it yet. I might just try to hold off so that I have enough for a bomb upgrade / I did it again. And what's here? What is here, my friends? Another stupid money-making game. Alright, well, at least we know. Just gonna write casino. There are a lot of these here. And I'm just not gonna risk it. I'm losing 40 or 50 rupees, you know, for no reason. Alright. So let's go ahead and try it here in the Lost Woods. Okay, it does nothing. Does nothing. But I'm not really gonna burn all these bushes right now. Especially since I don't necessarily have something I immediately need to find. I believe that I tried to burn these. No, I guess I didn't. Let me try these. Oops. I'm being a little sloppy. That's okay. I'll try this one. Nothing. I'll try the next 2. Nothing. And then I'll try the other one here. Whoops, wrong. Wrong way. We found some money. Oh, nothing there. Okay, so let me just X these out real quick. Pause it so they don't hit me. I'm gonna X those out, and I don't know, let's try these, I guess. Nothing. Oh, you gotta try. Nothing. Again, once I have the red candle, it'll be much easier. But I guess I should try to blow the whistle again here. Let's see if we find it. Nope, nothing. And I should also remind you guys, this is a blind playthrough of the second quest. Meaning, yes, I know the game. Yes, I've beaten the first quest. But just like we talked about in the first episode of this one, this is a whole new ball game. And I am playing blind. That's why I have the map. That's why I'm making the maps. And we did it again. Wow, what's in here? What is in here? Before the door. But I didn't. Okay, at least it was just 10. What a jerk. What a jerk. I thought it would be something cool, but I guess if they were all cool, then it wouldn't be as good of a secret. But yeah, I think it goes without saying, because if you're actually paying attention to this playthrough, you can see that I don't know where things are. And so everything right now is a surprise, which is beautiful. It's a great thing. My feeling is like, why play retro games if all you're gonna do is look up where everything is? If you're not solving puzzles on your own, then what is the point? Okay, so this will take us back to the Lost Woods. To the west is the fortune-telling woman. And let's keep moving. So we found Dungeon 6. Got 149 rupees, just about. Let's go over here. This one was a store, right? We don't... Well, we can kill the Tektite and see if it drops some rupees for us. Nothing. No money for us. Since I'm by the ferry as well, I will probably top up the hearts. Wait. Is it... We have 10 heart containers. So I'm thinking we still can't get the magic sword, right? I'm thinking it's probably still a matter of... Alright, we got 12 bombs again, so we can do that. But I'm thinking it's still a matter of getting 12. Right? Okay, nothing there. Let me try here, I guess, once I get these dudes out the way. Nothing. And then up here, this was a store, right? Or something like that now? Oh, it was nothing. It was nothing. So, did I try to burn these bushes? I guess I should try, right? Okay, nothing in there. I don't have it marked in the map, so I'm assuming that I did not. Now, there's been a couple times that I didn't mark the power bracelet. Probably should have. I probably should at some point. And I didn't mark like the warp areas. But okay, nothing there. I mean, it's theoretically possible that there could be something along this top area. So I'm gonna, since I have enough bombs and I'm here, I'm going to try. You gotta try. When you try, you win. Okay, so nothing. So I guess there's just nothing in here, right? Unless, no. I'm not seeing anything, bro. Alright. Okay, so... I'm gonna try burning up here. I really want the damn red candle. Once I can get the red candle, I'll be able to just burn with all abandon. Okay, we'll top up here. I don't know, maybe... Let me just try to blow it here. You never know. You never know, huh? Okay, nothing. Hey. They've bent many of the rules thus far. And... So you have to just prepare for anything. We're up to 160 rupees. Try to blow the whistle here. Nada. Fight some Octoroks. Now I've checked around most of the map. And I honestly... I'm really wondering about dungeons 7, 8, and 9. I'm almost positive that when we take the raft to that other island, that it's going to be dungeon 5. I'm almost positive. You know what? Let's go ahead and get Zola, whatever. Let me take her out. Oh, I missed it. What are you gonna be? There you are. Alright. I'm gonna try to move these. Because again, you never know. Okay. Nothing. Nothing doing, but hey, gotta try. You have got to try. Let me just kind of mark these little ones with an X. And again, I'll blow the whistle to confirm. Nothing. Okay. Gonna go over here. This has been a lot of exploration and some money making. So it's been good. I am very happy with how this has gone. Okay. That wouldn't be anything because we already have an opening there. So. All right. Anything else we can explore around here? Oh, you know what? I think I already tried to bomb that wall out. Let me try to move these. Now, I always thought they were squirrel rocks. Is that true for anybody else? Does anybody else see squirrels? I've always seen squirrels in these rocks. So, nothing there, but let me try to blow the whistle. And nothing. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go here and also try to blow the whistle. Kind of putting a bow on this being a blind playthrough. I'm gonna try my absolute best, my full best effort to not look anything up at all. That's why I'm making maps. That's why I'm marking the overworld map. But if it comes to it, we found something else. It's a secret to everybody. 30 rupees, baby, baby. Let me do that again so I can mark it. Okay. What screen are we on? Okay. Cash money. That's beautiful. Okay. But yeah, if it comes to it, then I will look something up. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Really hoping that does not happen. Let's blow the whistle here and see if we find anything. Nothing. Okay. Maybe we'll stumble upon 7, 8, and 9. But at least we don't have to worry about that for the time being. Got 205 in the rupee department. So I feel good about that. And full hearts once again. We're gonna take the raft. And we're at the island with the pea hat. In we go, and it is, just like I thought, Dungeon 5, which we'll take on in the next episode. Appreciate you guys watching. Finesse that like button and subscribe to the page for more retro gaming content just like this. I'll catch you next time. Peace.